Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and we have got a fun one here because the free-to-play competition version 2.0 has come to a close. We've got a winner for the $500 USD plus 1,000 gems prize, and it's actually Kevin24062, who ironically enough finished in second place of the first free-to-play competition. So we've got someone who went silver medal, gold medal in the two free-to-play competitions. So a very good player here. We're going to go over what the account looks like and some of the things that they are going to give as tips from me talking to them in terms of managing the account super efficiently and dominating the free-to-play competition that was based around the Doom Tower. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, a massive thank you. You can see right over there we've got some sponsors, Aftershock Media Group, AMG. A lot of you probably know Ash, who runs the Ash Raid Shadow Legends channel. Does a lot of good stuff in the raid community, cranks out a lot of really good content, stepped up and helped us sponsor this competition. I'm super grateful. And then also UA Lost Kids and J Gigs, a couple content creators that stepped up as well in terms of contributing to the prize pool, which is definitely appreciated because I contribute a little bit to come up with some of the prize here, but it's really hard to do stuff like this without any support. So huge, massive shout out to those three for helping me make this happen. And then just really quickly to lay the framework in case you are either not familiar with what I'm talking about for the competition, or if you don't remember back when we talked about this like 6 weeks ago when we launched it. Basically, it was a competition centered around a brand new iteration of the Doom Tower, which is about a 30-day rotation. So when a new Doom Tower launched, we hit go and everybody create your accounts, and then the competition was based around who can make the furthest progress in the Doom Tower in that 30 days before the Doom Tower switches from starting a brand new free-to-play account. And here is the couple screenshots here before it was wiped away by the Doom Tower reset, but they were able to complete the normal Doom Tower. We've got 120 finishing it, and then they were able to get 5 of the secret rooms done. So the way it worked was we're counting secret rooms. It's just how many floors you can get done in the Doom Tower. So they basically got all of normal done except for a few secret rooms, and then on hard they even made progress all the way up to getting stuck on level 42. So we've got 120 plus 5 is 125 plus 41 is 166 Doom Tower rooms done on a brand new free-to-play account in the very first Doom Tower, the very first 30 days. Because if I pull up right here under the daily login rewards, you can see that the account is on day 32 as of now, and I'm recording this after the competition had already ended. And then if you want to see what the roster looks like 30 days in, I can pull that up, and this is what we've got on the winning account 30 days in. And then I know if it's your first, if you're new to my channel or if you're new to this competition, I know the most common question is, how can you know that the account is free to play? How do you have any clue if they spend money or not? You don't have access to their bank account and whatnot. And I actually wouldn't know, but I am able to submit the info of the account to Plarium, and then from their back end, they can look into the account and make sure that no purchases were ever done on the account. They can check the deposit and spending history of the account to verify that no money was spent. So that's how I'm able to do a competition like this, is Plarium on their end verifies the account is actually free to play. So now that we've got some of that groundwork out of the way, let's look at the first impressions of what we see on the account. Okay, so obviously we've got Versulf the Grim. Now that was actually not a summon. This account did not pull like a GG legendary. The last free-to-play competition that I hosted, they did actually pull Masha Led very early in the game, which was obviously huge. This account here did not pull any legendaries that they ended up using. Ninja was part of a promotion, so that champion was a login reward, and they didn't even get that fully invested in quite yet. So they were investing in Versulf, which during the start of this competition, Versulf was a fusion, so they went ahead and sunk a bunch of effort into making sure they get that fusion done, and then invested heavily in Versulf to build around that one legendary they were able to get from the fusion. And it looks like the main roster besides that was going to be Taraji, Reliquary, Kale, Apothecary, and I'm sure they'll be using Ninja and Duck as well. Paragon is also built a little bit. If you're a newer raid player, Paragon can be used especially playing on manual to really cheese some types of levels and stages, because he's got this damage control, place an unkillable buff on a target ally for 2 turns, and it's on a 2-turn cooldown when booked. So you can really, with that unkillable buff, manual some certain content to be able to get past it if you otherwise wouldn't be able to. And something else I want to talk about really quick that comes up a lot when I'm talking to newer players of the game. Notice how concentrated the power is on the account. Notice how the most of the resources are pumped in to like 3 or 4 champions, and you don't see like 20 4-star champions and 12 5-star champions. Like, no, the power and the food is very concentrated, and we get a core roster of 4 or 5 champions that are 6-starred and fully ascended. That is going to be how you progress an account as fast as possible, typically, is really concentrating that power and then using those champions as the core of your roster to help you progress. I know I made the mistake when I was new of thinking like, hey, I want a really diversified roster. I want to get a bunch of champions to level 50, make sure I've got a nice even roster of like 25 champions that I use at level 50, and then I'll work on some 6-stars. But that was a mistake, and when I was brand new years ago, I was not super efficient, and you definitely want to be concentrating your power and take advantage of learning from great players like this that obviously know what they're doing, getting 2nd place in the last free-to-play competition and then getting 1st place in this one. And I wasn't able to get an actual like on-camera interview lined up with Kevin here, who is the winner of this account, but I did ask them via text chat to kind of walk me through some of the basics of their strategy going in. And it was a lot of make sure I get the fusion done and then use Versulf as an account carry. You can see here the gear was obviously very invested in on Versulf. And then as a new account, he was prioritizing finishing high in some of those beginner tournaments when you maybe get put up a lot against a lot of players that aren't active, or they end up quitting the game because of those beginner tournaments. And he said that was a good source of some resources, just making sure to focus on those early game tournaments to gather up when you finish like number 1 or number 2. And then he said he saved up his first 900 gems to head into the shop and then do a big shard pack right here. The 11 pulls for 900 gems is what he spent his first 900 gems on. Then the next purchase after that was buying the starter champions masteries, and they chose Kale. He said that the only masteries he bought with gems were Kale's, and he grinded the rest. Did a lot of farming on 6-6, which is the Palace of Arabia, to go ahead and get a lot of speed boots. So that was definitely a priority, was then head into Brutal and grind 6-6 to get a nice basis of some speed boots on the account. And then the dungeon priority was, when it was getting close to time to push, was grind Dragon 20 with this team right here, and then farm Spider 13 to get accuracy banners for the account. Obviously very tough to get towards Spider 20 on your first 30 days on a new account, but he was going for Spider 13, it looks like, because that's the first level where you can actually get 6-star gear. So a very systematic approach there is get to the soonest spot where you can get 6-star gear and then start grinding that to take the speed, lifesteal, that type of gear, accuracy from the dragon, and then couple that with getting some accuracy banners and rounding out your accessories from Spider 13. And he also tried his best to focus on the Great Hall as much as possible in that first month, because you can get some very significant buffs to help you, especially with the accuracy to hit some of those thresholds where you're going to be consistent with those debuffs, and then get some HP and some defense to really go along with your account carry, which was Kale and Versulf. That's why you can see that the main ones invested in are Magic and Force. And Kevin did say that participating in the last free-to-play competition and doing well enough to finish number 2 was a massive learning experience, because he had just kind of done it and really knew what he was going to be up against and had a really good ironed out strategy heading in because of doing the previous tournament. So yeah, obviously that helped a lot, and obviously Kevin does a very good job managing new accounts to get number 2 and number 1 in the 2 free-to-play competitions. And if you want a quick refresher course on why Versulf was a good choice for the new account to go after, we've got some A1 CC, also placing shield on himself, which is going to help him sustain, the AoE freeze, fear, all that good stuff, and placing a leech as well. So we're going to give our whole team lifesteal, plus Versulf is based on HP, so he's super sturdy, and buffs defense and ally protection, so gives our whole team a lot of lifesteal and toughness, along with a passive that will also place some of those provokes, and an HP aura that works in all battles, along with being a tanking champ with a lot of utility, providing your team with a lot of toughness and heal feeling Versulf obviously a very good choice to get early on in the account for him. And that was what the build ended up looking like, the final version 30 days in, that was helping him take down the #1 spot. And for those of you that watched all the way till the end, I have got a surprise, because Kevin has been gracious enough to say that we can give this account away to a viewer that would like to win it. So all you got to do to be eligible to win, it takes 5 seconds. Smash the subscribe button down below, and then leave a comment letting me know that you want to win. Anything like, hey, sign me up, or would love to win, anything like that, I will pull up live on stream. We will do a giveaway. I'll put it in a random comment generator, and then I will pull up a comment, and if you indicate to me that you want to win, and I draw your comment, I will reply to you. You'll have 24 hours to respond. We'll meet up on Discord, we'll exchange the information, and you will be off and running. So that's all it takes. Hit the subscribe button down below, and then leave a comment indicating you would like to win, and we're going to give away the free-to-play competition version 2.0 account to a lucky winner. So that is going to do it for the free-to-play competition version 2.0. Massive shout out, like I said, to the sponsors that helped me put this on, with Ash and Lost Kids and Jay Gigs. Thank you to Plarium for helping me look into the account that won and putting up some gems to give away to the winner. And then also all the people behind the scenes in the Chofly Discord community that helped me run things and keep track of stuff behind the scenes, put stuff like this together. And then also all the players that participated in this. It's a lot of fun. So even though not everyone can win, it wouldn't be any fun if people didn't participate. So a huge thank you to everybody in the Chofly community and everybody who participated. And for those of you that sign up to win the account, good luck. We will do that very soon on one of my live streams in the next 1 or 2 days. So as always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.